The painting is part of a series of portraits that Van Dyck made during his stay in Genoa, Italy, from 1621 to 1627. He was invited by the aristocratic families of the city, who wanted to have their portraits done by a famous and fashionable artist. Van Dyck was influenced by the Italian masters, especially Titian, and developed his own style of elegant and refined portraiture. He used rich colors, fluid brushstrokes, and dramatic lighting to create a sense of realism and personality in his subjects. He also paid attention to the details of their costumes, accessories, and backgrounds, which reflected their social status and taste. The woman in the painting is Elena Grimaldi Cottonio, the wife of Giacomo Cottonio, a wealthy and powerful banker and politician. She was a member of the Grimaldi family, one of the most prominent and influential in Genoa. She was also known for her beauty and intelligence, and was a patron of arts and letters. She married Giacomo in 1618, when she was only 15 years old, and had 6 children with him. She died in 1643, at the age of 40. The man in the painting is an African servant, whose name and origin are unknown. He is holding a parasol over Elena's head, which was a common accessory for noble women in Genoa. The parasol was not only a symbol of luxury and elegance, but also a practical device to protect the skin from the sun and preserve the complexion. The contrast between the red parasol and the black dress creates a striking visual effect, and also draws attention to Elena's face and hands. The servant's presence also suggests the wealth and status of the Cottonio family, who could afford to have exotic and expensive servants. However, his inclusion in the portrait also raises questions about his condition and identity, as he was most likely a victim of the slave trade that was active in Genoa at the time. The painting is full of symbolic elements that convey the meaning and message of the portrait. For example, the orange blossoms that Elena holds in her right hand are a sign of chastity and fertility, as they were often used in wedding ceremonies and bouquets. The pearls that adorn her cap and necklace are also symbols of purity and wealth, as they were very rare and valuable. The plants that surround her feet, such as roses, lilies, and carnations, are also references to her virtues and qualities, such as love, innocence, and faith. The landscape in the background shows the harbor and the city of Genoa, which indicate the origin and pride of the Cottonio family. The columns and the balustrade suggest the architectural style and the grandeur of their palazzo, where the portrait was probably painted. The painting is also a masterpiece of composition and technique, as Van Dyck used various methods to create a sense of depth, movement, and harmony in the portrait. For example, he used the diagonal lines of the parasol, the dress, and the servant's arm to create a dynamic and balanced arrangement of the figures. He also used the contrast between light and shadow to create a dramatic and realistic effect, as well as to highlight the features and expressions of the subjects. He also used the warm and cool colors to create a harmonious and pleasing palette, as well as to emphasize the mood and atmosphere of the portrait.